Hey everyone, I'm Stephen Meyer, owner of Phenomenal Carpet Care up here in Madison, Wisconsin, and in this video, I'm going to share with you my go-to process for cleaning residential carpet using a Rotary 175 swing machine. This video is brought to you by ncapstore.com, so anything VLM that you're looking for, whether it be pads, cleaning products, or equipment, reach out to Damon at ncapstore.com. Damon's a fabulous resource in this industry, specifically in the world of VLM. He was a tremendous help in me getting my business off the ground in terms of education and resources. So whether you need equipment or physical things that you need to purchase for this method, or you just need direction or advice, Damon is 1,000% the person to reach out to when it comes to those questions and those needs. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with how I clean residential carpet using a Rotary 175 swing machine. Alright, so every time I clean a residential carpet, it doesn't make a difference whether it's dirty or not dirty, doesn't matter. I'm going to do a good, thorough pre-vacuuming. Now, my vacuum of choice is a ProTeam XP 1200 is what I now use. I used to use the 1500. They're the same exact vacuum, just the 1200 is a little shorter, a little bit better for residential. And so I'm going to hit all the main open areas once at least, and then the traffic lanes I'm going to hit from a couple different directions to get the most amount of soil out. Now, there's no question I could probably remove more soil with a CRB, but personally, I just don't have one, and I'm probably not going to add one in the future. I seem to get good results, at least results that I'm satisfied with at this point. So, but don't disregard a CRB. It can be extremely helpful, and there's plenty of guys who are going to advocate for that in theirs. It's really kind of a matter of personal preference. It's very helpful, but it's not always necessary. So for me, I don't personally do it, but consider it. Alright, so the next step in my process is to pre-spot heavy liquid-based stains. Now, I'll preface by saying that I don't always do this, but any type of drink stain, whether if it hit the carpet as a liquid, so this could be urine, pee, beer, cola, it doesn't make a difference. If it hit that carpet as a liquid and created a spot, I'm going to pre-spot those stains with a Makita polisher, a two-way pad, and a concentrated amount of my cleaning product, whatever I'm using that day. The reason I personally do this is because when you remove that spot before you broadly apply your cleaning product, you lessen the chance that those spots could be pushed to the backing, and that significantly reduces the chances of wick back over the next couple of days. So, you know, if you don't do this step, what happens is you've got a heavy liquid spot in the carpet, and you hit that carpet with your normal pre-spray. That water weight, in some cases, is enough to push that product or that contaminant down to the backing, and then in a couple days it's going to wick back. Now, this applies to VLM. It applies to steam clean. I used to do the same thing when I did steam clean. I would pre-spot any liquid-based stains, and it significantly reduced the chances and potential of wick-back stains, and of course that manages and protects your reputation. So the next step in the process is the pre-spraying of the cleaning product or end cap that we use. I like to use a either awesome end cap or simple end cap, and I will broadly apply the product over the entire carpet, and then I'll hit the heavier areas or more specifically tracked areas with a little bit more depending on what I think is necessary. Now, for you new guys one way to get an idea of how much product you're putting down is to go to your driveway and use whatever sprayer you're using, and gauge how much you're putting down, so that when you're on the carpet and you can't quite see physically how much you're putting down, you kind of have an idea. So spray in your driveway, practice spraying your driveway, to get an idea of how much physical liquid you're putting down. You know, you want to know how much, when you go slower, how much product you're applying. You want to know when you briskly pass over the carpet with your spray nozzle, how much product you're applying. So this will give you a more accurate picture when you're in the job, so you kind of know what you're doing. So on thicker carpets, you're going to want to spray a little bit more. On lighter or thinner carpets, you can spray a little bit less. Thicker carpets absorb more soil, so there's going to be more soil in the carpet, and you're going to need more liquid, more moisture to move it. Remember, liquid, moisture, water is your vehicle to remove the contaminant, the soil. So, you know, your thicker carpets are going to require more solution in general. So once I've got my pre-spray done and I've allowed it to dwell for about 5 to 10 minutes, I'm going to do a preconditioning step using a cotton pad and a scrub strip. I've also in the past used a microfiber with a blue scrub strip. Both work well. My preferred method now is the white with the green scrub strips. Both of these pads you can get from Damon. They work excellent in both cases. You could also use a straight fiber pad as well. But I'll caution you on that. You want to be careful that if you're going to use that on a soft carpet, that pad is not brand new, that it's been kind of worked in a little bit. Otherwise, it may be too abrasive for the fiber, and it could cause the fiber damage. So just be aware of that and be cautious about soft carpets when it comes to preconditioning the carpets. Now, as far as my method, my approach for preconditioning, it's simple. I simply work the carpet in all 4 directions, making sure that I overlap approximately 50% so that each fiber is kind of worked from all 4 directions, allowing me to get a good precondition on all 4 sides of the fiber and allowing me to remove and dislodge as much soil as humanly possible. All right, so now that the preconditioning step is done, we're going to move on to the extraction pass. And so this is a lot like the preconditioning pass, only I'm going to use a dry bonnet pad. I like the cotton rayon pads. Those are my favorite. But any type of dry bonnet pad that is highly absorbent will work. So straight cotton, wool, those will all work. You can use microfiber, that would work as well. But you want to run it dry, and so you get the most amount of absorption. And as far as approach, we're going to do it very much like the preconditioning step. We're going to work all the fibers in multiple directions, getting us the most amount of absorption of soil and moisture so we can bring those dry times down for our clients. So now that the extraction step is done, I'm going to go ahead and post-rake the carpet. And I get a couple benefits from doing the post-raking. Number one, it dries faster, it looks better. But most importantly, in my opinion, is the fact that this is my opportunity to make sure that I haven't missed any spots. When the fibers are in multiple directions, it's hard to tell if you've missed anything. And so by evenly raking out the carpet, you have a chance to inspect your work. And if you need to, this will be your opportunity to go back and do any post-spotting that might be necessary. And last but not least, I'm going to go ahead and put a fan in each room that I've just cleaned because I'm a swell guy and I want each client to receive a 1 to 3 hour dry time. And that wraps up how I personally clean residential carpet using a Rotary 175 swing machine. Now, there's a ton of guys who will ask here and there that I see on the forums, is 175 a viable option for residential VLM? And the answer is absolutely. There's tons of us out there who do nothing but that. There's entire franchises that do VLM with Rotary 175s. Both VLM with a Rotary and VLM with an OP, they have their place. There's definitely the argument can definitely be made that OP is faster than Rotary. There's no question about that. But an equal argument that the Rotary guys might make is that they have more control over their machine. They can hover on a specific area or a traffic lane more than you could safely with an OP machine. So it really comes down to personal preference. For me, I grew up using Rotary 175s as a method for pre-scrubbing prior to steam cleaning. So when I went into VLM, this was a natural direction for me. But that doesn't discount OP and its place, and OP doesn't discount VLM with a Rotary and its place. So it's really just a matter of opinion. I hope this video has brought value to you guys who are new, and if you're starting off with a 175 or a swing machine, now you kind of have a gist of how it can be done. Hopefully this will bring value to you and you can help, or it can help you develop your particular approach to cleaning residential carpet with the VLM system. Again, remember this video is brought to you by encapstore.com. Reach out to Damon with all your questions, your needs for advice, cleaning products, pads, you name it. He's the guy to reach out to. What a tremendous resource in our industry, and I'm proud to help him grow his business and make these videos to bring value to you guys who are just getting started off or need some sort of direction in your method. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.